Hello there, welcome to Blitz Transmissions. This is episode 29 of the Blitzcast. I'm Tommy, and before we get into the content of this episode, make sure to check out all the links in the description below. One of those is my link to my Patreon. If you are a fan of the channel and you want to support in an above and beyond way, you can get access to early content, monthly giveaways, more awesome benefits. Check out the link to the Patreon in the description below. And if you still want to support the channel in an above and beyond way, maybe you're just a fan of the reviews, you don't really care for some of the other slop I put out on the channel, you can check out my channel membership, Rancor Battalion. You get exclusive badges, priority in my comment section, and you get access to early reviews, and you get access to voting on what I review next on the channel. And then finally, guys, check out my links to my Discord, Instagram, X, TikTok. I'm everywhere, guys. You can also email me. Email me at blitztransmissions.com. Send me pictures of your collection. Send me pictures of your toes. Nope, don't do that. Someone's going to actually do that now. Okay, I'm here once again with the lovely Jen. We just came from a bingo night.
Yes.
How was that? That was fun. We didn't win anything, so It sucked.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Kept getting so close. One number away from winning.
Yep.
Some lady won 4 raffle baskets.
In a row.
Rigged. Which I think that's kind of like really messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Whatever.
Other than that, it was whatever. I mean, I like daubing the bingo cards.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Yeah. Other than that, anything exciting this week? We've just been working, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm exhausted by the week.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I got nothing else to say.
I got nothing.
I check out my video I released, this would have been yesterday as of today, the Force Friday. Force Friday should come back. I also have a ton of reviews I've been putting out on the channel. I just got some stuff in the mail the last couple days, so I can review even more for the channel. I'm very excited about that. And that, sorry if the audio is crap, because I just realized the mic was facing away from us that whole time. And also, excuse if one of us has to stand up and walk away because the dog is in the room and he's, I think, getting tangled up in the curtains. He keeps walking laps around the curtains there. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're sleepy, huh? You're sleepy. So, Jen, we don't have much for Star Wars news except for our main topic this week. We have a lot to talk about regarding Star Wars Celebration 2025 in Japan. If I was cool enough to go to Japan, I would go, but I don't really care to spend the money to travel to Japan just to go to Star Wars Celebration. I'll wait till it comes back stateside. I will say it's also kind of cringe to me that the last 2 have been out of the country. That's kind of sucked. They did one in the UK, and then they did the next one in Japan. It was always an American thing. I hate to be that guy that's like...
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, but it's always been an American thing, and then all of a sudden we started doing a multiple in a row overseas. Lame. Anyways, guys, we have the Star Wars Celebration 2025 Friday, Saturday, Sunday main panel schedule to go over and cover this week. So... what we got here is we're going to start with the Friday. We're going to move down. If we have anything we want to talk about, anything you want to point out, make sure to let me know. We can discuss it as we go. So, Friday, the very first panel is for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Okay.
Jen, thoughts on that?
I think they're going to release a full trailer. That makes sense.
Yeah. Which is funny because they released a full trailer last year at Star Wars Celebration. Or, no, that would have been 2023, wouldn't it? Because they didn't do one for 24. Yeah, they did do a trailer, and I watched like the over-the-shoulder leaked video of it that was on Reddit.
For which?
For the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Or, it had to have been something last year.
Yeah.
Because it was, there's no way it was 2023. It had to have been something in 24, yeah.
So we'll get a full trailer for that. Do you think they'll bring out Pedro Pascal?
They might. I mean, he's not really.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then maybe they're gonna tease some type of like reveal in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and Force Ghost Yoda's gonna be in this one. Oh snap!
Yeah, and there's gonna be Zeb. We know is in the movie.
Right.
From the leaked trailer that came out last year. So.
So maybe there's like a full shot of Zeb.
Yeah.
Like a full.
I feel like Mando and Grogu's been like a huge topic recently, so I feel like we've talked about it a lot here on the podcast.
You have.
I have, yeah, because I was doing it all by myself, carrying this channel on my back.
Well, it's yours. So.
Uh-oh. Cody's getting afraid of his own reflection right now. So. All right, I'm going to take care of that. Jen, keep everybody occupied. Tell them about Mando and Grogu. What are your thoughts? Dude, get over
I don't know what my thoughts are. I mean, isn't it just an adventure movie? Isn't that what we're talking about? Mm-hmm. So, you know, they're father and son taking on the galaxy. Maybe they have to deal with Thrawn.
I think that's going to be the end of it, yeah.
Is a cliffhanger to talk about Thrawn. Thrawny baby.
Thrawn Yorodo. That's his full name.
Thrawny baby.
Thrawny baby? Blue boy?
Blue boy.
The blue man?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a fun adventure movie.
I do think it's going to be some lighter fare, and I think it's going to honestly probably piss some people off.
Yeah, I feel
like people are expecting this to be like this giant, serious return to theaters for Star Wars, when really this is just like a stepping stone for like the Mandoverse, because the end of it's going to be Dave Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie that he's working on, which I think is going to be an Avengers style. Everybody from all these shows teams up and fights Thrawn. Well,
and I'm just thinking the end of The Mandalorian of season 3 is just like them happy.
It's a conclusive ending.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be a big rehashing or reopening that they're in the middle of the action. I feel like it's just a continuation of their story.
It's going to set it up so that Mando's in a spot where he can actually fight Thrawn. Yeah. That's all I have on that one. You? Good?
Yes.
The next one is very exciting for me. It's a Hasbro Star Wars panel. This is the big one. I think there's going to be some crazy, crazy Star Wars reveals from Hasbro for the Black Series, Vintage Collection, excuse me. But we talk action figures enough on this channel. I'm going to kind of... Jen, how excited are you for action figures at Star Wars Celebration?
I'm excited to have to remind you that we're getting married in a year.
Honestly, got to give that one to Jen. But I'm gonna put the blind on. I'm gonna go. What are you saying, Jen? What? Huh? That's gonna be me.
And I'm gonna say, you have to pay for everything now.
Oh, not funny. Watch your foot. You keep kicking the cord.
It's fine.
Jen's going to ruin the audio for this episode. The next panel is a Star Wars Visions Volumes 1 and 2 screening.
Okay.
Visions is cool. I like Visions. I haven't finished Season 2, though.
What is this about?
So Visions is it started as Star Wars anime. What they did was they got a bunch of anime studios in Japan to make Star Wars inspired anime. So some studios took it and literally put anime in the Star Wars universe and did just Star Wars, had aliens in there, a storyline with known characters, and Jedi versus Sith, things like that. Others took some creative liberties and just included some Star Wars elements in there. Then last year they expanded it to art studios across the world. So the studio that does Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep got one.
That's funny.
Yeah, and it was all different kinds of animation and things. And that's probably why I didn't watch Season 2, because I liked Season 1 a lot more. I liked that it was more focused on being anime. But now we know there's a Season 3 coming, and they're going to be returning to the anime style, and they're going to be having some of these anime studios come in and do part 2s to the first ones that they did. So I'm very excited for that. It's something that we haven't watched yet because it's not canon. No. So, like, it's not high on my priority to show you.
Yeah.
But, like, 2003 Clone Wars, we'll eventually watch all that stuff. Just, it's not high priority. Like, it's not like, we gotta watch this next, like, with the canon stuff. Any thoughts on that? I mean, like I said, you haven't seen it. Yeah. I think they are gonna reveal Season 3, though. I think they are officially gonna show Season 3, tell us when it's coming. I'm thinking honestly fall 26.
Yeah.
Or fall 2025. Cuz
Sorry, he's been cleaning himself so intensely for the past like 5
Cody
minutes.
The dog.
Cody the dog.
Good boy.
And it's very distracting.
Oh god.
Sorry, Bubs.
So then there's a panel for Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, which is a company that George Lucas created. Mm-hmm. They have some of the best visual effects in the world. They created Adobe, the software that I used to edit, things like that Pixar, all that good stuff. Then we have a Lucasfilm Publishing panel. Lame. Star Wars books are lame.
Oh.
No, they used to be good. I'm not a fan of the High Republic stuff. It's like forgettable and boring. Hate to be that guy.
But you don't read.
I do read. Not anymore. There's a reason I don't read. High Republic killed it for me. They killed it! You kick the cord.
It literally is not doing anything.
No, I don't think you understand. I've had audio, like, screw up before. It gets, like, all overexposed or, like, cuts in and out. Okay. And it's because I bumped the cord.
Okay. If anyone disagrees with Tommy and thinks that I should read the High Republic books, comment down below.
You know who's in the High Republic books?
What?
Master Vanestra from The Acolyte.
Oh.
Yeah. She's a Padawan. That's where she's from. Except she had hair, and now she's bald in The Acolyte.
You don't know
and
her
like
story.
She was like a good guy, and now she's like a conniving witch in The Acolyte. She like abused her Padawan.
Yeah.
Like that did not happen in the books. And then we have another one called Telling Stories Across Cultures, Star Wars and Japan. Wow. Very cool.
Okay.
Anyways, next. The next panel for Friday. This is all Friday, by the way. Mm-hmm. Lucasfilm Animation's 20th anniversary. That's cool. Again, next.
What if they revealed, like, a new animated show?
I'm waiting. I think it's gonna. I thought that was gonna happen anyway for Celebration. That would be a good spot to put that in.
Yeah.
Reveal a new, either limited or shorter animated series. Give us. Go ahead.
They'll do and we're very excited. Coming 2026. A new Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 8.
We're going to be following Captain Rex. And then they wait for the applause. Yeah.
This will be covering the journey of our favorite Padawan,
Ew.
Ahsoka Tano.
And we're introducing a new character we know everyone wants to see. It's Oppo Ramses.
Yay!
Anyways.
That's what I love about these types of events.
They have no
real
enthusiasm.
Like, because they'll announce things at like San Francisco Comic-Con too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, welcome to the stage, Chris Evans. You're Captain America.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, the next one here is they're doing one for the Star Wars plastic models, and then Doug Chang, who is the leader.
Plastic. Okay, kill the planet.
Oh my god. And then Doug Chang, the guy who runs the art department for Star Wars, is doing a panel about designing physical models and stuff for Skeleton Crew. And that wraps up Friday. Then, The Saturday is the stuff I'm like really...
Okay.
So the first panel is Andor.
Okay.
A Star Wars story.
Is Casa gonna be there?
I think he is. Diego Luna. Casa!
Casa! Welcome to the stage!
Stop doing that.
I love it.
You're killing me.
It's keeping me awake.
People will get to watch Andor at Star Wars Celebration, the first couple episodes. So that'll be really cool. But we'll all be watching it at home on Disney+. The next one, though, an hour-long panel, and all they have put there is Ahsoka.
Oh, snap.
I'm thinking Ahsoka Season 2, because we've known for a while now. Dave Filoni's been done with the script. Mm-hmm. So, I know they haven't started filming yet, though. But who knows? They could throw a curveball and be like, here's a trailer!
Yeah.
Or give you a hard release date. You know, it's coming out 2026, like... Or it's coming out at Christmas this year. Mm-hmm. I'd lose my little mind. I've been anticipating Ahsoka Season 2 so heavily. That is honestly... that was our first whole episode together on the podcast, wasn't it? The first one we did together was talking about how Ahsoka is the best Star Wars series.
Yeah, I don't know if it was our first one, but definitely
one of them.
One of them.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool stuff. Ashoka.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My God. You know what else? What?
I don't know. That was just going to be annoying.
You know what else we did last week?
What?
We watched The Last Jedi together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
It was a movie that we watched.
I mean, I could definitely talk more about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end here when we're done with this discussion.
I have thoughts.
What do you think they're going to show off something for Ahsoka? Whether it's a sizzle reel or like
I think they're going to drop a trailer.
You think a full trailer?
I think they've been hiding production.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. I mean, the reason that Brendan Wayne, the guy who wears the Mandalorian armor as Mando, he had to skip ICC-Con back in October last year because he was filming for Mando and Grogu movie. But he's going to be at ICC-Con now because he's not doing that anymore. But...
It's pretty crazy. So maybe Ashoka is gonna be in that movie, and then, or no, she wouldn't be because she's on a planet.
Well, if they put out Ahsoka 2 before Mando and Grogu movie, just saying.
Very possible. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I think she's gonna have to get stuck there.
Well, she's been stuck. We've been known that.
I think that she's going to stay stuck there.
Yeah.
Like Hu Yang and Sabine will get to come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You think she's going to, like, die there? Is that what you mean?
Maybe that's, like, where because the reason I come to that conclusion is when Balin is standing on the finger of the father of the statues at the end, the daughter's statue has her head cut off.
So she has to stay to balance
the scales, yeah.
Balance the force.
Yeah. And then on Saturday we have another one. Doug Chang has another art department panel. And then we have another one, a conversation with Oscar Isaac. I don't know. I don't think that means anything. I don't think that means anything for a future project.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
We finally get the Poe Finn.
Stop. Cringe.
Poe X Finn.
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Now this also makes me think there's going to be another animated project. They're having a screening of The Siege of Mandalore, the final 4-part arc of the Clone Wars Season 7.
A screening?
A screening. Like how they did a screening for Visions on the Friday. They're only showing The Siege of Mandalore.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Unless they're doing an animated show following up on some of the characters from that season, which would be...
A Darth Maul focused...
Oh, that would be sick! People have been wanting that so bad.
Organized crime Darth Maul.
Oh, that would be dope.
Mafia Mandalorian Darth Maul.
That would be sick. Al Capone Darth Maul. That'd be dope. I'd be in on that, bro.
I think that's what it is. You're here first on Blitz Transmissions.
Blitz Transmissions is first.
You have to pay me money.
Give Jen money.
If I'm correct.
Crazy.
You have to subscribe to the Patreon, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's the rules.
And then the final one, we have this one's super exciting. There's a Bit Reactor developer panel featuring Respawn Entertainment and Lucasfilm Games. That's going to be where they reveal the new turn-based tactics game for Star Wars at Star Wars Cell. I'm so excited for that. We need a new Star Wars game that's actually good desperately. I'm still playing Battlefront 2. That game came out 8 years ago, almost. And we're still all playing it. We need a first-person shooter, and we need a game that you can play with your friends. That's what we need.
So true. I don't play video games, but...
Jedi Survivor is a great game, but I like playing multiplayer games with friends. So, and then the last one is a Star Wars cosplay showcase. That's Saturday. Oh, interesting. So then on Sunday, the first panel of the day is First Look at Star Wars Visions Volume 3. So I guess that the
So that's the reveal.
That's the reveal. Yep.
Okay.
Then we have Disney Experiences, Building the Galaxy with Walt Disney Imagineering. Oh, brother. This guy stinks!
I think they're gonna wait.
Disney Experiences, Building the Galaxy with Walt Disney Imagineering.
I think there's gonna be some, like, either something added to Galaxy's Edge or something put in Disneyland.
Okay, no, wait, you're spitting there because...
Or, like, something that's, like, a physical thing. Galaxy's Edge is coming to Disney Japan or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, because there's been rumblings going around that they are revamping Batuu at Galaxy's Edge, and they're going to be building a new ride. There's been rumblings about that for the last couple months now, so... Yeah,
definitely has something to do with the physical parks.
I've also heard that they're revamping it to have the original trilogy cast. That's what I've heard. Instead of Rey and Chewbacca.
As cast members?
And Kylo Ren. Yeah, they're saying it's going to be Luke and Han and post-episode 6. Luke, Han, and Leia and Chewie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways. Then the next one is ILM presents The Mandalorian and Beyond. Behind the scenes of The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and more. I think that one's just going to be like a fun little panel about behind the scenes stuff that people like to watch. I think
are all these actors coming?
Mm-mm. Oh. No, some of these are just people that worked on the projects, talking.
I guess I'm going off of last year with Hayden, and I feel like they're...
Oh, Hayden, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
And yeah. No, they would just have sit down and talk stuff a lot, too.
Yeah.
And then the next one's called The Fett Family.
Does that include every single clone?
Boba Fett and Fennec Shand are going to have a baby. Whoa, but she can't, though. Because she's robot insides now.
Yeah. Well, are you sure it's all of her insides, or is it...
Well, it's right here.
Thank God, just her uterus was saved.
Oh my God. This is real normal podcast talk. This is not...
Sorry.
This is not Blitzcast talk. Let's keep the uteri out of the Blitzcast. Please.
Sorry.
What a misogynistic statement. He wants to keep the uteri out of the...
Give it up for misogyny!
Oh my God. You're on fire, babe! You're on fire! Anyways. Then they have the Heroic Sidekicks of Star Wars, an hour-long panel.
So, who else is it besides Chewie?
Sidekicks?
Yeah.
Captain Rex is technically a sidekick.
But I don't...
Ahsoka in the Clone Wars is technically a sidekick.
That's what I mean. Are they counting those types of...
Chewie is technically Han's sidekick.
That's what I said, besides Chewbacca.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because, like, one could argue that, like, Grogu is the Mandalorian's sidekick, but not really.
Who's the sidekick between R2 and 3PO? I think
3PO.
they're a dynamic duo, but if I had to pick, I'd say 3PO. Yeah. Anyways, then we have 50 Years of Magic, celebrating the legacy of ILM, Industrial Light and Magic.
It's very Disney focused, these panels.
Yeah, because Disney owns everything.
I know, but like, I mean, like Disney rather than like Disney Star Wars.
Well, ILM is a company George Lucas created.
Oh, so, I just don't know anything, so I'm gonna shut up. No.
Then they have a screening for the Star Wars Rebels finale, and that lasts an hour.
Oh, they're definitely announcing a new
animated show.
project.
There's something coming out because they're giving you the end of Rebels and also the end of Clone Wars. There's got to be a new animated show coming out.
There's something.
There's something cooking here. Yeah. And then the last thing is the Celebration Japan closing ceremony.
Watch, it's like...
Don't even say it. Just say it. What are you trying to...
It's just a continuation of Resist.
Ah! Season 3 and 4 of Resistance. Oh my god. How dare you even say that?
So we just revisited the endings of our two greatest animated shows, but I don't think we've seen the end of our third one. Star Wars Resistance is getting a third season.
All two Resistance fans that are at Star Wars Celebration will be cheering. It's me. Where my Niku fans at?
Dude.
Where my CB23 stands at?
Me.
Where's my Tamara Rivora stands at?
Gross. No. CB is sassy. I like her.
Yeah, CB is. She's BB-8's little girlfriend.
Yeah, sassy little ball.
Sassy little ball.
And yeah, Niku, I stand with Niku.
Niku's cool.
He's just like...
He's nowhere near as intolerable as he was the first time I watched the show. Honestly, Kaz is more annoying.
Kaz and Tam, like, literally should jump off the Colossus. Like, get rid of them.
Which, by the way, we started watching season 2 of Resistance. I feel like this is a good jumping off point. So anyway, that's the schedule for a lot of the big panels that are happening at Star Wars Celebration. All of this is going to be live streamed. So you guys will be able to see a lot of this on the Star Wars YouTube channel as it's happening. Historically, I have gone to extensive lengths to not work and do anything else with my life so I can sit and just binge the live streams all day long. Since 2019, I've done that.
Yes.
On the big screen in the living room. Oh, Star Wars! Oh, Clone Trooper! I love it!
In your iPad baby era?
I'm doing homework, actually. Doing homework. Whatever. Anyways, so...
Wait, okay.
What?
Side note, just God, speaking of iPad babies, when I was walking the dog, you know how I sometimes I look to see like what people are watching on their TV. What they're, what are you watching?
Yeah, because they got their windows hanging open.
Yeah, their windows are wide open, What
am I supposed to do, not
And then
look?
their like TVs are like giant.
70,000 inch TV.
And I'm gonna see it. I can't help it. Anyway, I saw a house that was unironically watching the like dancing fruit, like baby stimulation videos. I did not know people like actually put that on for their children.
Baby brain rot.
Yeah, like I actually turned to Cody and I said, "That's crazy." It was like just the dancing.
Crazy. Anyways.
Sorry.
So that's the panel schedule for Star Wars Celebration. You can find it on Star Wars website, everywhere else. Like I said, they're going to live stream it, so you guys.
And here on Blitz Transmissions.
No, we will not be live streaming it. Jeez. Anyways, yeah, I mean, let me know, guys. Is there one you're most excited for? I think what's going to happen here is I don't think we're going to get an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, but I think we're going to get a release date. I think they're going to say it's coming out Christmas of 2025 will be what I think. And then I think Mando and Grogu obviously will get a full trailer. Because that's like they're literally leading with Mando and Grogu. And then I think there's going to be a trailer for Visions Season 3, like a sizzle reel type thing, and the new animated show. And I'm really excited for that video game. And of course the Hasbro reveals. Jen is tired, so she's being mean. That's what's happening. If you're watching Jen be mean to me. This is how she treats me every day. Anyways. Jen, why don't you tell everyone about how much you love Tam Rivora in Star Wars Resistance in Season 2? Tell us how great of a character... Because what we did was last week we watched Episode 8, The Last Jedi, which is a movie. And then we watched... started Season 2. We're, 4 episodes in or 2? I think we're only 2 for Season 2, unfortunately. But... give us a rundown. Let's talk about Resistance first, since you really want to talk about it.
Let's talk about how Tam wants to be a Nazi.
That's crazy.
Let's talk about how she said, "Wow, I'm finally a pilot," but like for the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Like she was.
I gotta give this one to Tam. I'm gonna have to give her the SpongeBob tuba yet again. Ooh.
Like,
I get what the show is trying to tell. I get it, but she's really dumb.
She's like, my grandfather worked at an Empire's factory.
He made a good living.
And they're just trying to protect us. Like, what are you talking about?
Girl, they just tried to kill your friends in Season 2.
Girl.
Not a good look.
I'm finally a pilot. That was crazy. That was and then she puts on her little Nazi helmet.
533. Where's your helmet? 533.
Like
Miss Rivora.
I think it's like probably she's the worst character.
Again, I get what archetype they're trying to use with her character, showing how people can be manipulated into joining an oppressive fascist regime. But like, I get it's a kids show, but I think it was cringe.
But like,
even as a kid, I would be like, "Are you serious right now?"
Yeah, and even if your grandfather worked in an Imperial factory, when the Empire was destroyed, didn't you like catch the vibe?
Apparently not.
You know,
everything all of a sudden became prosperous and.
Yeah, and then like the guys that look exactly like the Empire start showing up again, and you're like, yeah, this is normal, and I want to be just like you. Yeah, and then Draco Malfoy, you know, catching her because she's listening to the.
I don't even remember his name.
I don't know. It's Draco.
Malfoy.
He's literally exactly who that is.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
He has platinum hair and green eyes, and he's a dick. Like
Potter.
Practicing for the ballet, Potter. We should just turn this into us watching the Harry Potter movies.
No. Most definitely not. Also, shout out to my SH Figuarts Yusuke Urameshi figure. Anyways.
Yeah, so Tam listens to a transmission from Kaz.
That just every single time. That just.
From Kaz with the door wide open after people left, like, not even a second ago. And then she got shocked that Draco Malfoy caught her. And then she turned it over. And then they found the Colossus and almost killed everyone.
Thank you to Sonara for being the voice of reason there.
Sonara's the only sane person, and she's the pirate, and she was like a double agent for a bit, but she's like the most respectable person in the show, period.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even, like, really like Igor. That's his name?
Who?
The mechanic, the main guy.
Yeager?
Yeager?
Jarek Yeager.
Yeah. I don't, like, even really like him that much.
You probably got his name wrong because Tam always calls him Yeager.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I think he's kind of whiny. Like, he's like a whiny baby man-child, a little bit.
Dang.
That's the vibe.
Bro's just going through it.
And Kaz is like... every time Kaz trips over himself... So, yeah, Sonara's the only sane person, and Niku is the only one that actually makes me, like, laugh with his little bits that they do. But with all that being said, I actually don't hate it. I think I said that last time.
I've done nothing but piss on the show for the last 15 minutes.
The characters,
but I don't.
The characters are really cringe, like. But also, you know, it is a kid show and whatever. But I actually don't hate it as much as I was, like, fully prepared to hate it.
I will say, I really have mellowed on it a lot in the second watch.
Yeah. I think it actually, like, helped me understand Force Awakens a little bit more than I did the first time. And, I mean, I don't really know if it helped me with The Last Jedi, but I think it might perhaps help me with going into Rise of Skywalker, since we have to watch that before watching that last movie.
Yeah. Speaking of The Last Jedi, we watched that as well last weekend. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it.
She likes it. Go ahead, put her down in the comments. Let her know.
It's a really, like, good. It's like a good movie. I have my qualms because, you know, I have to prove myself as a true Star Wars fan, so I can't be
by hating everything.
I can't be completely happy. No, I think everyone's criticisms about Luke's character are valid, and I agree. I think I don't know. The reasoning behind it, like, I sorta, but whatever. And, I totally understand why people hate that. However, what I did like is I think it has the most comprehensive, explanation of the Force out of every piece of media that we've gotten so far. I love the artistry with Rey feeling the Force for the first time, and
like with Luke using the leaf.
Well,
that was funny.
Yeah, that's funny. But like them cutting to the different parts of the island that she's feeling, and I think that was just a cool cinematic, like, editing thing.
Yeah.
That you don't really see in Star Wars movies, in that style of movie.
Yeah.
What else? I do hate the Finn Rose stuff. Like, it doesn't, like...
Good.
Unfortunately, it doesn't add anything to the story, so I hate it. Because, like, they didn't even accomplish they didn't even do anything with it. And then they kiss at the end. I forgot about that.
Oh, that part is so painfully cringe every time I watch it.
I totally forgot that was a thing that happened.
You dummy.
Ugh.
Ugh, God. If it wasn't a Star Wars movie, like, it would still be cringe. Like, that part is just bad. Like, it's not the actress's fault. It's not, like, she's a good actress. Kelly Marie Tran, I think, is her name. Like,
it's not Yeah, it's not
It was
about...
the writing. The writing sucked in that moment. Yeah.
Their scenes just weren't written well, so I don't know what...
No.
Because compared to the other... Like, Rey's part of the movie, I think, was written well.
It was awesome.
You know, so it's weird. Like, they, like, shoehorned this subplot about Finn and Rose just to kind of have Finn and Rose, like, Finn doing something, it seems like.
He didn't really have a place to go in this movie. Could have just kept him with Poe.
Yeah, keep him with Poe.
And they could have kissed at the end.
Yeah. You know, that's, like, one of the bigger ships in Star Wars.
Yes. I'm aware.
Do you know what the other ones are?
Finn Poe. There's Reylo is a huge one.
Reylo. But that one they made canon, so.
And then what's another big one that's like really
favorite?
weird?
Do you want my favorite one? Can I share it?
Yes.
That would be Obi-Wan X Commander Cody.
I hate you for that.
I see, like, because I interact with Star Wars content on my social media, I'll get, like, fan art about...
That's so disgusting.
About Obi-Wan and Commander Cody.
It just doesn't fit. Like, it just doesn't fit at all, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
And you know it's, like, a straight woman...
Making it up?
Shipping them. Yeah. That's what it, like, or, like, it's women in general. It's not...
Yeah, like, when I'm playing Xbox with my friends, it's not what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, people assume that if it's, like, two men, that it must be a...
Oh, like a gay man came up with it? No, it's all women.
It's women. Weirdos.
You've just been off the rails this whole episode. Jen's off the rails. That's an inside joke.
It's true, though. I am.
Dude. So, you know, we ranked the movies now that we've seen, you know, now that Jen has seen The Last Jedi. So I'm going to give you Jen's rankings of the Star Wars movies from bottom...
Don't cancel me, people.
From bottom to top. So this is starting with the one that Jen likes the least, working our way up. And just because she has it at the bottom doesn't mean she dislikes any of these movies. I think we have yet to watch a Star Wars movie that you've actually disliked.
Yeah.
So, at the bottom, we have Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Followed by Solo, A Star Wars Story.
Yeah.
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Mm-hmm. The Clone Wars animated movie. Mm-hmm. Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Episode 4, A New Hope. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And at number 1, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Honestly, based list. I gotta give that one to Jen.
Yeah. I'm super smart. I think the reason I still really like the originals above almost every other movie is because they flow. Mm-hmm. And with the prequels, there's all kinds of time jumps. Big time jumps that, like, if you don't have, like, the Clone Wars or other
supporting media.
Supplemental information, then it doesn't flow like that. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, aesthetically, just, like, vibe-wise, they are, like, good movies. Mm-hmm. But as far as, like, if you're going off of plot and story and lore, then you need the other stuff to...
Definitely.
Like, because I definitely didn't make any sense of it the first time I watched those. And then the sequels, so far, I enjoyed them, but they... Again, I don't know, like...
They don't hold a candle to the previous stuff, no. Yeah.
Because there's that, you know, mm-hmm. there's that lack of flow, or, like, that's mostly because of the different writers and different
Yeah.
ideas. But, and, Force Awakens is a copy of A New Hope, and I recognize that.
Yeah.
So I put it lower, and The Last Jedi would be higher if all the cringe stuff was cut out.
Yes.
If it was, just focusing on Rey's journey with the Force, and then, Poe's stuff, and then Finn's just, there with Poe without the other stuff. Because, he didn't add anything. Them leaving and then, doesn't add to anything.
No.
I get they get rid of,
Captain Phasma dies at the end, but,
But they could have put that in anywhere.
Yeah.
They didn't get the Master Code Breaker. They got
a code breaker, and we got to talk about the politics of warfare.
And then they just also showed up at the Rebel base.
Yep.
So they could have just been there.
So they could kiss.
So they could have just been there the entire time. They could have learned the meaning of friendship while on the base.
The meaning of friendship.
And then Poe and Finn could have kissed.
Stop. That's enough. Podcast over. All right, guys. It's not a problem that I have with them kissing. I just don't see I don't get the Poe Finn thing. I don't.
Okay, but I did point out the hand placement in The Last Jedi was a little bit less bro-like. You admitted it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, now
it's when the explosion happens and Poe gets thrown back and Finn runs up and he's like, oh, and he grabs him down.
Okay,
down
Jen.
on his stomach.
Thank you. Very cool.
Do you grab your bros like that?
I'm going to start to prove a point. Okay. All right, Jen. With that, do you have anything else you need to add before we're done with this podcast?
I don't think you want me to add anything else.
No, I don't think so.
That's okay.
Okay. All right, guys. With that, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I don't know how you did, but, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you're not yet subscribed to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. Make sure to check out all the links in the description below, and we'll catch you for the next episode of the Blitzcast. May the Force be with you.
Bye.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. 1-2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. Gotta hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcement?